We all know about how cold Gauteng is at present, so as your host Philippa Guana, I'm welcoming you to another episode of BMW Club TV as we heat things up with speed, showing off and spinning. So let's get racing. After 2 visits to Swartkorps Raceway earlier this year, it was time for the BMW and Performance Parts Race Series to head to Red Star Raceway. Our first of 2 visits to the venue this year saw the competitors take on the anti-clockwise layout of the 4-kilometre circuit. But before dropping into pit lane, let's look back at what happened before the 2-month break. In the NA Cup, it's been all Ignis du Plessis thus far, and the Class C driver scooping up every available point. Osbiagione's solid opening round saw him take the early Turbo Cup lead, but Anton Pommersheim's gamble to move to Class A paid off as he took the lead in round 2. Back to the present and the latest from our paddock at Red Star Raceway. Two months ago, Pablo Clark Racing's reserve driver, Vatiswa Mokanwana, explained that she needed to be ready should a driver be unavailable, and her opportunity came when Karabo Malamela missed round 3.
So how I'm feeling about this Red Star weekend is, honestly, I'm here to learn. Haven't been in the car and haven't been on the race weekend with the team, so I'm trying to just learn, get used to the manual gearbox and just see what we can do for the weekend.
While being her first outing for Pablo Clark Racing, Vatiswa did recently compete at the circuit in the GR Cup, albeit the other way around. Just how big, though, is the adjustment?
So the anti-clockwise way is quite a different track because honestly you don't know where you're going half of the time. In terms of difficulty, I would rank it a bit higher because I don't think this track is meant to be driven anti-clockwise. So just figuring out my gearing and when I can get on the Excel and have confidence in the car that it will stick through.
Reynard Miller tops Class D in the NA Cup, but round 3 saw him also start his Turbo Cup onslaught as well.
So we're here at Red Star, 2 entries today, so Turbo Cup and NA Cup. So initially in the beginning of the year we were working on the turbo car and was just driving Fireball for the heck of it, trying to have fun and just join in the fun and be present, you know. And some way or another I ended up leading the NA Cup, at least in my class, and second overall just behind my teammate Ignis. So yeah, I've got no choice basically at this point than to carry on with Fireball. She's doing so good, surprisingly good, and yeah, so what a awesome privilege it is. And yeah, with the new turbo car, me and my uncle spent hours and days, put it together in 3 months basically. The bodywork last year, but my uncle grafted today. He freaking built that stunning car. And we've got, I think it was 6 laps around Midval with no doors, no windows, no nothing. And then just out for the first session and already in the 6.5s on just eyeballing the setup. No real testing, no nothing. First time windows in, first time I've got mirrors on the car for that matter. So I'm hopeful, we'll see. It's a new car, new challenges. We'll see reliability-wise. Hopefully we see the weekend through and have a great weekend. And yeah, thanks to everyone, all the sponsors. Again, my uncle, Moscow, the entire team behind it. And yeah, if you don't know already, naturally I'm part of the Moscow team now. The car was literally put together still last night, so he took it off the lift. It was covered in fiberglass still last night, so couldn't get the stickers on. Hopefully we'll get it on later today, or next event it definitely will be. It was like, you know, lastminute.com. But thanks everyone.
Speaking about Ignis, he looked very relaxed, or did he?
Yeah, it's the first time for myself to lead a championship on circuit racing. So yeah, it's something quite different. A lot of back pressure coming from behind, a lot of guys wanting me to break out. Obviously I would like to, but yeah, as soon as the time adds up, it should be there.
Ignis was on the cusp of breaking out in round 2. This weekend was his last chance to break out and carry 100% of his points into Class B to keep his title hopes alive.
Yeah, of course we done the maths, and if I need to go to B class, this weekend will be the weekend to do so. Unluckily, Red Star isn't one of my best tracks to do so. So we're gonna try our best. But yeah, what needs to happen will happen at the end of the day. If we don't break out, the guys in the C class is going to be stuck with me for quite some time then.
And break out he did in practice too. Breaking out was not a concern for Pommershine, competing in the Slick Shot Turbo Class A, which does not have breakout times.
Well, I'm coming into Red Star leading the championship, and I'm fairly confident. It's a track I've got good history in. I had my first ever Class B win here, and now coming here my first race on slicks at the track in Class A, leading the championship in class and overall. But it's going to be interesting. I think I'll be quite quick, so I just have to get past Lee. It'll be an interesting race.
And the Lee he refers to is none other than Lee Thompson, who competed in Kashan Naka's BMW E92 M3 Turbo. He's rated as one of South Africa's best drivers. As for one of our new drivers, quite appropriate for him to drive the Dunlop Track Taxi is Lubin Ozu, the CEO of Dunlop Tyres South Africa.
So, I mean, obviously as a motorsport enthusiast and as a CEO of a Dunlop Tyres South Africa, I think being involved in a motorsport and really supporting, you know, all the local and regional series is a no-brainer. I think for us as a brand, very important. It gives trust to the people. You know, if they know that people trust them when they get pushed to the limits. And as well for us, you know, we learn so much from motorsport tires to ensure then safety on the roads everywhere. So a no-brainer. And we like the people, we like the vibe, we like the atmosphere, and we've also got great partners with ATS that really help us through this.
Over the past 5 years, Dunlop Tyres has become the tyre of choice for the majority of South African motorsport competitors. We invited him to join our grid in appreciation of what he and his team do for motorsport. So how does he feel ahead of his debut?
Yeah, so today is my first race, and I've been lucky enough to be invited by the BMW Club, so it is very, very exciting. I've had a few opportunities to ride around Swartkorp, but I think here today around Red Star it's a different game. I think a lot more challenging, but I've really enjoyed it. I think as the morning has built up, you know, it's a little bit like those motorsport events you see on the track. You start and then you build up, you find opportunities, and then you really feel part of it. So it's been hugely exciting, and you know, and I think this BMW Club is something phenomenal what they are doing here. So very privileged.
Lubin's coach in this endeavour is none other than Heinz Bose from ATS Motorsport, the previous sponsor representative to drive our track taxi. Does Lubin think Heinz, a formidable race driver in his own right, has prepared him well enough to be on par with his teacher?
Well, it's a difficult one. So the last person to drive the taxi was Heinz, who's our partner at ATS. The challenger is my coach. So I am hoping to beat his time, but with him coaching me, I think he's leaving a few things in the tank there to hold me back. But let's see how it goes.
Already half a second up on that. Yeah. Half a second there, and let's watch through the complex.
Let's get to the business end of the weekend, starting with the NA Cup's qualifying session on Friday afternoon. Richard Gernoldt prevented Andre van Veen from taking his third consecutive ATS Motorsport pole position.
It's a good feeling to be competitive here. All the times I've been here with the bikes and that, at least it came back, with the experience. Yeah, but it's like at least happy to be on the podium. We'll see what we can do tomorrow. It's going to be a tough race. Andre is very close, so yeah, good luck to the guys and let's go it.
Slow down for a second, Richard. Before we hoy it, let's first see what the grid looks like behind you and Andre. Now in Class B, Ignis du Plessis joined Oloratu Sekuru on Row 2. Tihan van Rooyen lined up ahead of Nicholas Herbst in Class C, which also now includes Rowan van der Vaart, who also broke out on Friday. Zahir Sidat was back in action and headed up Class D from Reinhard Miller and Henry Platt. And now we can hoy it. Well, that's a start from a couple of angles for you. Maybe you could spot Gerhard du Plessis and Philip Mostert Sr. jump the start there as well. Something else you did see, Arie van Heerden pulling off with a mechanical issue. Van Rooyen's Class C lead didn't last long. That's him on the grass with Herbst and the rest of his rivals moving up. But also a change at the front of Class B, with Van Veen now ahead. And also a look at the round 3 breakout times with winter times now in play. How's your first race treating you, Lubin? So far so good on lap 1. Ignis du Plessis was also enjoying life at the sharp end of Class B, and so too Paolo Cavalieri in the Ghost Dun car we featured last month. Henry Harbour battling it out with Renier Smith, who, like Miller, competed in both cups in round 3. Lap 3 in, Sekuru holds off du Plessis for third in Class B, with Class C leader Herbst now at the back of that group. That's du Plessis now ahead of Sekuru, but not for long, as Sekuru goes for the gap there. Eddie Rodriguez there, looking like he's in a ditch. In fact, he rolled and landed about 200 metres away. No surprise there with the safety car being deployed, and Rodriguez's car has since caught a light as well. Well, who says nothing happens under safety car? Dirk van Lochrenberg, Renier Smith and Lubin Ozu picked up penalties for passing in the safety car period. After 6 laps, and with the car still stuck on the outfield, the race was red flagged and the classification completed. Another win for Van Veen in Class B. Herbst becomes only the second winner in Class C for 2026, while Sidat took Class D. And no, we haven't missed anything. Class A in the NA Cup is still awaiting its first competitor. As for Race 2, with this being the reverse grid race, the likes of Van Veen had to make their way to the front of the field again. For now, though, it's Cavalieri leading things out, but not for long, with contact between him and Duplessis seeing both drop down and Sekuru moving to the front. That also allowed Van Veen to pass Gernolds and put pressure on Sekuru. Lap 2 and Van Rooyen leads Class C as the second place shuffle continued. Meanwhile, Van Veen made his way to the front of Class B. Back to Class D, Marianne Eminis was keeping a host of challenges at bay. Up the road, Gernolds passed Sekuru for second in Class B. And that's De Gouveia pointing the wrong way. In Class D, Brown was leading Platt and Miller. Brown ran very wide there, almost losing the place to Platt, who soon found himself back in the clutches of Miller. Lap 4, and this battle is certainly heating, with Brown running wide again. Lap 5 for the Class B field, and while Van Veen's leading, Gernolds is not letting him get away. In Class C, Herbst made his move on Van der Waalt, and speaking about moves, not the best one there for Platt, who went onto the grass. Meanwhile, Herbst completed his pass. That's another Moscow car on the grass, this time Gerhard Duplessis. And he's back in trouble, this time with something catching alight underneath the car, but fortunately navigating it safely onto the escape road. Miller had since passed Brown for the Class D lead. After moving into second place, it also didn't take Herbst long to pass Van Rooyen for the Class C lead. Well, that one caught a few people by surprise, but yes, the race was shortened to 8 laps due to extensive delays throughout the day. Van Veen, Herbst and Miller took the wins. A repeat of the race 1 top 4 then in Class B, with Van Veen taking his 4th consecutive win. The only change in Class C was Van Rooyen taking 2nd place, with the rest all moving down a spot. A fantastic win for Miller in Class D over Brown, while Platt held on to third place. Solid form throughout the weekend saw Reynard Miller take the XPEL South Africa Driver of the Day award. Four on the trot and 5 wins from 6 starts see Andre van Veen 1 point clear of Ignis du Plessis in Class B. Nicholas Herbst now has a healthy lead in Class C, while Ruan van der Walt slots into the immediate rival spot. Miller strengthened his hold on Class D, 15 points ahead of Platt. Van Veen now leads the NA Cup as well, and no less than 3 Class B drivers in that top 5. Now for the Turbo Cup, and Pommersheim was right to predict that Lee Thompson would be the man to beat, as the latter took the Dunlop pole position.
Hi, good day. Obviously very good qualifying from my side. Unfortunately, or fortunately for me, Kashin couldn't make it this weekend. As he's busy with some exams, so his father Logan gave me the keys for this weekend. It's a car that we look after at Lee Thompson Racing. It ran flawlessly. We got pole, and tomorrow we're going to go out and see if we can better that lap time.
And as they make their way around the circuit on the formation lap, let's see what the rest of the grid looks like behind Thompson. Pommersheim lined up next to him. Archer in 4th has opted to stay in Class A following round 2. Renier Smith was back in Class B, the only driver in this class on the weekend. Vessel Mostert headed up Reynard Miller for the All Moscow Racing Class C front row. Points leader Anand Naidu was down in 11th. He was not the only points leader with challengers. Craig Herbst did not make the Race 1 grid as Michael Hobler headed up Class D. And we're off. That was quite a big gap there between Smith and the Class C car. That's Ethan Kutzer behind Archer, who also opted to move to Class A. Drama there with Sriyav Naidu, who moved to the Turbo Cup, stuck on the grass. Theo Chetty, who was crawling away in that previous shot, also came to a halt. Elsewhere, you just saw Pommersheim's car also on the grass. Unsurprisingly, the safety car was deployed. Now on lap 3 and still behind the safety car as they remove the stricken cars. Eventually, though, the races stopped, which gives us a chance to take you through what happened. Naidu and Chetty made contact. Now, while all the current runners did complete 2 laps, there was some confusion which resulted in the race being restarted from scratch as a 6-lap affair. Another formation lap and take 2. A jump-start penalty there for Ahmed, who was a little eager to pass Archer, and Thompson leads the way. A clean first lap completed by all, with Mostert heading things up in Class C. Nasser Ismail pointing the wrong way there, but recovering. This was his debut outing in the car he famously purchased from Shane Hobler after round one's qualifying session. Osbia Joni also momentarily off the track. Anand Naidu battling with Salvi Galtieri, with some smoke coming from the back of the latter's car. Neil kept Thompson in check at the front of Class A, while Mostert and Miller continued their battle in Class C. In Class D, it was still Hobler in the lead. Late was on a charge and soon passed Miller for second place in Class C. While we look at Thompson leading Neil, we can confirm that the restart confusion allowed Pommersheim to return to the pits and restart 2 laps behind the rest. Completing 4 out of 6 laps would of course mean he would be classified as a finisher. One more corner for Thompson, who took the win, and there you saw Pommersheim starting the important 4th lap, going on to finish 8th in Class A. A last-ditch but unsuccessful effort there by Miller on late, while Mostert takes a Class C win. Relatively easy win for Hobler in Class D as well. So a first win in the series for Thompson, while Neil recorded his best finish of the season. Also confirmation of Archer rounding out the Class A podium after Ahmed's 30-second penalty. All he had to do was finish. Renier Smith took the Class B win. It was Mostert's first win in the Turbo, while Late and Miller completed the podium. Also, a Turbo Cup win for Hobler, with Host second and Ismail completing the podium on debut. After being done with his racing duties, Lubin was roped in for broadcast commentary duties for the day's final Turbo Cup race.
Joining me in commentary is the big boss man from Dunlop, South Africa. Fantastic year. And a man who's now debuted as a racing driver, Lubin. Take us through that for the first part of the day's racing.
Yeah, look, it was an amazing experience too. I think Red Star is a baptism of fire. I think that the length of that track.
They definitely threw you into the worst part.
I didn't know where I was. I have to be honest. I didn't know if I was going or coming. It was tough, but I think moving from a sofa racing driver to getting into the car, much more respect for the boys.
And while Greg and Lubin continue their conversation, let's head into the final race. Thompson sliced through the class field like a hot knife through butter and took the lead heading into the dog bone. Cameron Christian had the early lead in Class C. Not that it was a comfortable lead, with Van der Merwe and Miller breathing down his neck. No need for Pommersheim to worry about technicalities this time. Already in the group hounding Loebscher for second place in Class A, he quickly saw off Neil to slot into third. Halfway through lap 2, Miller was up to second in Class C. In Class D, Anthony was feeling the pressure from Host and Hobler. Or make that Hobler and Host, as the race 1 winner moved up to second place. Further up the road in Class A, Pommersheim was now second and pulling away from Loebscher. And if no one wants to take Renier Smith on in Class B, he might as well mix things up with the Class A field. Meanwhile, Miller took the Class C lead from Christian. A lap later, Mostert's pursuit turned into a pass. And Neil's Class A pursuit only turned into retirement. In the end, an easy win for Thompson. Krobler had since taken the Class D lead, which he went on to win, while Reynard Miller became the first driver to win in NA Cup and Turbo Cup on the same day. Pommersheim went on to finish second in Class A behind Thompson, while Loebscher made a welcome return to the podium. Another easy win for Smith in Class B, but remember, as the sole runner, that win is only worth 4 points and not 10. Another Moscow Racing 1-2 in Class C, while Late also passed Christian to complete the podium. Two wins for the day for Krobler as well. Anthony held on to second place, with Johan Miller completing the Class D podium. He had to fight for his 2 wins, and Michael Krobler took the I2 Driver of the Day award. Pommersheim did extend his Class A points lead, with Archer second and Singh close behind. Smith on top in Class B, with Garbini the only other driver to have scored points thus far. Lates becomes the third Class C points leader in as many rounds. And also a new leader in Class D, with Krobler rocketing to the top. Pommersheim remains at the top of the Turbo Cup points table, with Late moving to second and third place being fought out between the Class D top 3. As the sun sets, let's catch up with Lubin.
So we've come to the end of the day at Red Star Raceway today for the regional festival, and alongside me we've got the CEO of Dunlop. So we let him out in our track taxi, the Dunlop and XPEL track taxi. So we just wanted to find out, did you enjoy it? Was it lekker? How was it?
I'll tell you, yesterday morning when I first started, I was very excited, and after my first round on the track, well, I was overwhelmed. I didn't know where I was, but I have to say that the overall BMW setup makes you feel welcome, and the experience was amazing. I think the car was great, and yeah, just so wonderful. And I have to say, new respect from a sofa racing driver up to yesterday to today. You guys make it look easy. You know, it was an amazing experience.
So you want to come back again?
Yeah, look, I've got to improve, right? So I'll definitely give it another go. But yeah, first and foremost, I think big thank you, and thank you to everybody who made it possible and for the invitation.
No, but thank you as well. You know, it's obviously you. It's difficult for you just to get out the office and come and have a bit of fun. So it was an honour to have you guys here, or you in particular. And thank you also to Dunlop for everything you guys do for us. You know, the sponsorship, and not just us. I think all the categories here today were basically on Dunlops. There was, I think, one category not, but basically most of the South African grid is on Dunlop. So thank you for what you guys do for the sport as well. We really, really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. Yeah. And look, I think motorsport's in our DNA. and you know, it's actually been great for us as well. Since we've really got behind motorsport over the last years, we've also seen the trust in our brand is really coming up, so it's really a great partnership.
So you're going to buy a BMW and come and race?
One step at a time. I've got to first give feedback to my wife after this, and then let's see.
Hey, missus, just let him come and play with us.
Thanks a lot.
And driving on Dunlops was simply not enough. The Dunlop #1 cap has become one of the most recognisable and sought-after items in motorsport. So, who better to hand them out than the CEO himself? We simply couldn't let him go home empty-handed either.
In a yellow car, sponsored by Dunlop. I mean, how much more do you want, Brent? If it says yellow, it doesn't mean it's a Dunlop flag, oops. Okay, thanks for joining me in commentary earlier on, Brent. It's awesome as well. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, just give them a massive round of applause, because literally every car category in this country is now on Dunlop rubber.
Picnic time then.
Hello BMW Club family, and welcome to a lovely, well, it's actually an autumn day in South Africa, and actually beautifully and sunny. It was raining for the last couple of weeks, so it's actually been absolutely fantastic today for Angela's Picnic. And Angela's Picnic's a gathering of classic cars, and it's organized by the South African Mark Car Association. And it's in memory of the late Angela Heinz. So she was a huge collector for, or fundraiser for hospices for cancer. So the Wits Hospice, so as you come in, they ask for a generous donation that goes towards the Wits Hospice. So we've got all different marks here today. So a fantastic showing from the BMW Club, some older E21s, we've got the E31 8 Series, a whole lot of 3 Series. We've got the track taxi here as well today, a lovely E9 two-door, which you'll see a couple of pics of later. So yeah, and the usual Geshesh, a couple of E30s here as well. So just a fantastic day out with the family, very chilled. There's some food and coffee, and just a great day out. Enjoy the candy, the eye candy.
This event, annually hosted at River Sands, has become one of our favourite charitable causes to support while showcasing the club and our cars to the wider community. Okay, Brett, and our bikes. Yes, there was something for every man and his dog to see. Of course, the BMW Car Club were just one of the many car clubs who came to support this event. In fact, we also ran into the team from I2. And plenty of stalls with things you may or apparently may not need. And the upper deck area also featured a variety of stalls, from thrift to food and of course cold beer. indeed a great day out for all, and we look forward to being back next year. Now let's head south. Last month, the Spinners came to play at our Skid Pan Challenge, so we decided to visit their turf.
Club TV, welcome to Wheels and Smoke Edition 5, so 5.0. So we are here today, Bubs from Japan Auto joined us at our skid pan, and we got a taste of that in the last episode, what spinning was all about. And they joined us, so we thought, well, let's go onto their turf and come and see what it's all about. My first time here, lots of smoke, lots of revving motors, a lot of mechanical sympathy, and I'm like cringing a little bit because I'm not used to it. But it's fantastic to see some of the amazing precision driving and the skills drifting sideways into the kitchen, into the carport, all over. So really fantastic. Then a big shout out to Bobs for the VIP treatment here. It's absolutely amazing here, and he sponsored a 6-speed manual gearbox for Taxi 2.0, which is so awesome because he said we can't have a race car that's an auto. So we fully agree with him. So thank you so much, Bobs, and for giving us a great deal on the 3-litre motor. Huge shout out. Thanks so much for the VIP treatment. Awesome.
Let's quickly drag our host away from the action for a few words.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 5th edition of Mzansi meets Japan Auto 2026. This year we are at Wheels and Smoke. Okay, so right now it's only about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Things are still starting to take shape. Spinning on a hole generally starts later, usually around 4 to 5 o'clock. That's when everything of the event starts to come together. So yeah, please stay tuned. We're going to show you guys around a bit. We're going to show you guys E30 spin car heaven.
So, what is spinning? This form of motorsport originated back in the 1980s in South Africa's townships. Yes, this is as uniquely South African as braaivleis, biltong and braaibroodjies. Despite starting out as a form of maintaining street cred, the 2000s saw spinning evolve into an A-list attraction at various mainstream events, including BMW's M-Fest. How does it work? Well, for now, whatever you know about scoring and timing, simply throw it out the window. Spinning is not about who finishes first, it's about feeling it and entertaining the crowd. Before things get too busy, let's find out more about spinning from our two MCs.
So ladies and gentlemen, we're throwing it out. As you can hear, it's loud and noisy. Why? Because this is the culture of spinning representing South Africa 110%. The only sport that's unique to South Africa and the African continent. We invented it. We continue to, elevate the game. So welcome to our little get together. We're currently at Wheels and Smoke. And as you can hear, currently there is 3 cars on one pitch. The area where we play, it's called a pitch, not a racetrack, not a circuit, a pitch, P-I-T-C-H. And spinning's got a lot to do with precision driving as well as stunts. And that's what elevates the game or the motorsport of spinning is you got some really brave people throwing some crazy stunts out of moving E30 box shapes that completely blow people's minds. So yeah, welcome to our little day.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm MC Kalen here. We're out in Wheels and Smoke today. I'm the MC here today. Been doing this now for the past 14 years, to be exact. The reason why I love it, I believe always that spinning brings family together. So yeah, pure passion. That's what it's all about, just passion and for the love of the game.
Passion is something we keep hearing about, and it's probably the biggest driving force behind spinning. A lot of work goes into these cars, both before and during the event. And something else we bet you didn't know? The event promoter pays the spinners to be at the event, similar to what a concert promoter would pay for leading artists to be on the stage. So how much rehearsing and choreography goes into these stunts that you're seeing? The short answer, none. Yes, there are skills that these spinners learn to perfect, but everything that happens on the pitch is about feeling the vibe and reacting to it. But let's ask Katra, one of South Africa's best spinners, more about that.
Yeah, I must say it takes a lot of passion and it takes faith. You need to have a long, very long heart. You need to be able to understand, you need to appreciate what you have, and lastly, you need to be humble. So I think for me to get to where I am right now is the point where I chose not to give up. And things kept on falling apart, like, you know, those ups and downs that everyone has, but I kept on pushing and pushing, hoping that everything's gonna be alright, and finally I see light.
And as for the big names who joined us in the VIP viewing area.
So, Wheels and Smoke in Joburg South, great experience. It's an atmosphere, it's the spirit of the people, and that super passion for the brand. Great.
Without having any official involvement, spinning has become somewhat synonymous with the BMW brand in South Africa, and Stefan was certainly enjoying the day.
And the weather forecast today is cloudy with a chance of sunshine.
And between all the smoke, Colin spotted something interesting.
How's it, guys? My name is Shazo from Team Dexiflow. For today, I'm representing BMW CCG Car Club. Okay, so I'm asking Bernard from BMW Car Club to come join us in spinning.
Well, the sun is setting, the crowd is gathered. Let's hit play on the highlights.
I'm a brand new tire, papa. Come on, guys, that deserves a round of applause. Step and go, baby, step and go. This is the culture of spinning representing South Africa. Make some noise, wheels and smoker. You people let yourself here. Followed by next to the east on the street. DJ, he wants to play, and then all he hears is BMW turns pop, 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 and TNC's in his ear.
And that wraps up a really exciting, fantastic day. So a day of first, so my first time experiencing a proper spin event, and really interesting, entertaining, and the drivers actually really have some precision skill driving. Often you're like, whoa, how did they get so close? And it's really, they do 360s, 180s into the kitchen, and it's really precision driving. Next time, I'll certainly bring some earplugs and some eye protection because that's the only crazy thing. But other than that, definitely worth doing. Fantastic, friendly people. Big shout out to Bubs for the invite, for the VIP treatment, and for the sponsoring the event and sponsoring the clubs with the gearbox for the Taxi 2.0. Bubs, thanks so much from Japan Auto. Checking out. See you next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's go smoke it.
And on that note, it's time for us to spin out of here. Nope, we haven't forgotten about our next BMW M Performance Parts Race Series round, but round 4 has in fact already taken place, and you'll see all the highlights from Zwartkops Raceway in next month's show. Before then, July will see our second Social Karting Endurance Challenge for the year, as well as our annual Christmas in July weekend away. Stay up to date with our calendar on our website, where you can also become a BMW Car Club Gauteng member. We hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. From me, Philip Iguana, and the rest of the BMW Club TV production team, it's goodbye until next month.